Hi there, it's Susan, and I want to talk with you today about how to capture more pursuits, improve profitability, and about the mindset when you go into shortlisted interviews. Here's what I mean. Most firms will bring their business development team into these panel interviews and try to win the bid. You want to stand out from the competition, but that's a very low level bar to try to reach. Instead of just pitching yourself, I'm encouraging you to raise the bar and separate yourself from the competition. You're not just another pitch, but you are a trusted advisor. You want to stand out. How do you do that? Here's a quick story for you. I was a radio news reporter for 10 years, an on-air anchor in the most competitive media market in the country, New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. And people would call me all the time pitching their story. They wanted to get what we call free publicity and free press. They didn't want to pay for an advertisement or an ad. Otherwise, they called the sales department. But they called the news department because they knew that they didn't have to pay for an ad if we decided to air their story, that it was that credible and that important and relevant to the audience that they didn't have to pay. That boosted their credibility up here. They weren't just paying for an ad that was down here where everybody knew that it was an advertisement. You had money, you could get into the newspaper or on the radio. But instead, we guaranteed them credibility when we aired their story as part of a news story, as seeing them as a trusted person and a resource. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. This absolutely applies to the AEC industry. How are you going to separate yourself from the competition and become a trusted resource, a valued resource instead of just another vendor here to pitch a story? We want to know what's relevant to people. And in AEC, the challenge is, what are the obstacles and the problems that are keeping the decision makers up at night? They have the problem, and you come in not just as a pitch, not just as another firm that wants to win the bid, but you come in as that trusted advisor who knows the solution to the problem that's keeping them up at night. That's the mindset. You come in at a high level and they see that. They start to trust you. You have more influence because you're not just that low level bar. You are coming in with ideas and resources so that you become the trusted resource and you have more influence and trust. That's where we want to separate your firm from others. Again, you're not just another pitch blending in, but you become a high-level trusted resource, and they will refer you and hire you over and over again. The bottom line is not to see yourself as a pitch, but raise that bar. Your firm is now a trusted resource that's invaluable. I'll see you next time.